Joyous evening, fellow human beings. So I came upon this video from Danny from PhilTalk, where he's having a conversation with this guy here, the Bible guy. I'm not sure which version of the Bible, but he's the Bible guy. And this Bible guy is gonna show Danny. He's gonna show Danny. So let's play this.
It's not simply heaven. Like, if God exists, you would want to know him, right?
Not if he's an asshole.
So, if God exists, Danny would want to know. All right?
Well, question, but I think that's a little down the road. But you think, like, love is a good thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we should love, right? It's all about love. So if God...
Right? It's all about love. God is all about love.
God is love, and he's, like, perfect love. You would want to, like, experience that, right?
This God thing is perfect love. And then we get to the crux of the matter.
Is loving and good, okay? It doesn't really mean very much to me, right? Given what I see around here.
So this is the Bible guy, right? And he's not a philosophy bro. He just knows the Bible, and he knows it in and out. And he's going to show Danny what love is, that God's real, and everything. And so he's going to do this with the Bible, right? Because he's the Bible guy.
Right. Have you ever heard the story of the Chinese farmer?
Ho? What? Ho? The Chinese farmer. The Bible guy. Why? I didn't know there were Chinese farmers in the Bible. I've read the Bible. But I didn't know there were Chinese farmers. Let's see where this goes.
Maybe.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is like I can't connect with you, Danny, on like in the philosophy world, and you know that, right? I'm not a philosophy bro. I'm a theo bro.
Okay.
Right?
So he's a theo bro. Theology. And he's going to bring up the Chinese farmer?
Do theology and doctrine, biblical doctrine. That's what I do. But I'm trying. But this is like the best way for me to try to explain it. So.
And right there, the best way for the Bible guy to show Danny that God is real and we should all be loving is to talk about the Chinese farmer, which, by the way, is called the Taoist farmer. I wonder why it's called the Taoist farmer. Well, because Taoism comes from China, so the farmer is a Taoist. But he's not a Christian, he's a Taoist. Why on the face of this earth would the Bible guy, in order to explain to Danny that God is real and is all loving, why would the Bible guy have to exit the Bible and talk about the Taoist farmer? It just blows my mind that this fellow human being cannot see, hear, understand the absurdity of that.
So there's the story of the Chinese farmer. There was a Chinese farmer, and he had a son. And on his farm, he had a lot of horses. Okay. And one day, all the horses broke out. They broke out and they escaped. And so the whole city comes up to the Chinese farmer and they say, "This is a horrible thing that's happened to you." And the Chinese farmer says, "Maybe."
Where in the Bible does it say maybe? Point me chapter and verse where in the Bible it mentions the word maybe.
Well, the next day, all those horses come back, and they come back with an entire herd of wild horses because they pack together, right? And now he has even more horses he can sell and tame and train and things like that and use to work his fields. And so the whole city comes to the Chinese farmer and says, "This is an amazing thing."
First, it's called the Taoist farmer. The moral of the story is the Taoist farmer keeps saying maybe. Every time the townspeople come and say, "Oh, it's good or it's bad," he says maybe. So the townspeople are judging the situation, and the Taoist farmer is not. He's waiting. He's not overjudging the situation. He's going to wait and see what happens. The reason why this gentleman here, the Bible guy, had to leave the Bible is because nowhere in the Bible is there a story as good as the Chinese, or more correctly, the Taoist farmer. Not a one. He couldn't, if he tried, find a story in a Bible that teaches what the Taoist farmer teaches in 5 or 6 verses. That is the absurdity of that. That he can't, that he doesn't understand it, that he doesn't see. He had to leave the Bible and go to a different part of the world, a different tradition, a different philosophy called Taoism or Taoism, depending on if you pronounce it with a T or a D, that has the heart of it from Tao Te Ching, reality, usefulness, the book of. It is utterly amazing that he doesn't grasp this, that he's got to leave this. And Danny doesn't catch up on it. So I got a little critique for you, Danny, as well. You don't catch up. You don't point out the fact that he's left the Bible because the Bible cannot teach these things. It does not teach these things. So a little challenge for Christians, if any Christians watch this, look up the Taoist farmer, read it. Notice how few words there are. Notice how deep and easy to understand it is. And find me a verse, a chapter in a Bible that is as good. I don't think you're going to have an easy time with that. So, just wanted to do a little critique, see how this goes. Everybody, enjoy the day. Be safe, be comfortable. I'm curious what your inner voice self story is, the story you tell yourself about yourself, and what voice tells that story, and how that voice tells that story to you. If you want to have a conversation, reach out. But otherwise, enjoy the evening. Be safe. Think about it. Bye.